Hi guys, Master Richard here at All Rise Martial Arts. Today I'm going to take you through a quick stretching routine which should help to increase your hamstring flexibility. Having a regular stretching routine can not only improve your Taekwondo kicks, but it can also help you prevent injuries. Before we get into our stretches, we're going to go through a couple exercises to make sure that our legs are nice and warmed up. We're going to start with jumping jacks. We're going to do 20 on my count. Let's go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, 열일곱, 열여덟, 열아홉, 스물. Next one we're going to go into is squats. So come into your comfortable squat stance. And remember, your goal here is to try to get your hips as low as possible. Let's go for the same 20. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, 열일곱, 열여덟, 열아홉, and 스물. Our last exercise is going to be a floor exercise. So we're going to go down to the mat. And our goal here is to try to get our hips off the floor using our glutes, the underside of our legs. So start with your heels close towards your booty, and we're going to do 20 bridges here. Let's go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. Try to squeeze your glutes. 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, 열일곱, 열여덟, 열아홉, and 스물. And now that our legs are nice and warmed up, we'll get into our actual stretches. Our first stretch is called a good morning. We start with one leg back and one leg forward, our hands on our waist and our shoulders up tall, chest forward with a nice strong and long spine. As I hinge over my front leg, I want to make sure that I don't round my spine at all. So I want to keep a nice tall, long back, and all of the motion is coming from my hips here. We're going to hinge over our front leg down and then come back up in a nice controlled manner. Let's go for 10, and then we're going to hold our bottom position for 10 seconds. Ready? Down, 하나, and back up. 둘, down, back up. 셋, 넷, 다섯. Imagine you could touch your chest towards your thigh. 여섯, keep that head nice and tall. 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and on 열, we're going to hold down for 10. 열, hold your bottom position here. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. If you find this position challenging, maybe for your back, you can always do this with your foot elevated on a chair. I'll show that here. After you finish your first side, let's go on to the other side. So switching foot, same position again. Nice long spine, hinge over that front leg. Let's go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. Remember to keep the front leg very straight here. 다섯, 여섯. If you don't feel activation in your hamstring, 일곱. Try to bring your chest even lower. 여덟. You should definitely feel something. 아홉. And last one, 열. Hold down for 10. Try to get as low as you can. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And that is our good morning stretch. for our next stretch, we're going to go back down to the floor for an exercise called a pike. So I'm going to have one foot bent close towards my body and one leg extended out straight as far as I can. I want to post my hands behind my hips to try to keep my upper body in this upright position. I'm going to use my front leg to lift almost like an axe kick and then relax it back down. As I raise my leg, I want to try to keep the integrity of my arms here. I don't want to let my upper body sink back. If you need to, you can always put your back against like a wall or a sofa or a chair to help you keep this upright position. So we're going to go for 10 raises with our front leg here. Let's go. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And now we're going to switch foot and go to the other side. By activating our front side of our leg, our quadricep, and our hip flexors, it'll help us relax our posterior side of our leg. Same thing, let's go for 10 on the other foot. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and 열. And if you want a real challenge, you can try it with both legs, raising both legs up. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Phew, that one is not easy. Our final stretch is actually my favorite way to stretch the hamstrings. For this, we're going to need either an old Taekwondo belt or a yoga strap or any other type of long strap. We're going to find a position against a wall so that we can put our supporting foot out against the wall and extended straight out. I want to make some kind of almost like stomping pressure against the wall to hold my foot in place and hold my leg in place. For the leg that's stretching, is my top foot here, I'm going to wrap my strap around the middle of it, and then I can loop it around my hands or my wrists a couple times to get a stronger grip. As I lay back, if I need to adjust my supporting foot here, I can, but my stretching leg is going to come up and extend straight out. My knee is straight, and I'm going to use my arms to pull my foot up higher into the air. So try to find your initial kind of starting position here where you start to hear a little static from your hamstrings, you start to feel a little pressure, start to feel a little strain, and just hold this position here. Now this on its own is a great passive stretch. I like to hold this position while I'm watching TV or listening to a podcast, and this on its own is a great position. But from here, we're going to work on now making a much more active stretch by kicking our stretching foot down to the ground. That's what we're visualizing here is almost like an axe kick, but I'm going to use my arms and my strap to keep my leg in place, keep my hamstring extended. So in your head, think about like your legs are closing like a pair of scissors, but use your strap so that you don't actually move your heel. So starting from, again, this top extension, we're going to kick our heel down for 10 seconds and then hold it in that top position. Ready in 3, 2, 1. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And then relax, breathe. And start to feel that kind of juxtaposition between the activation of your hamstring when you're kicking down. Now you should be relaxing your hamstring as you're extending it. Try to pull 1 more inch out of your stretching leg here. We're going to do that same exercise 2 more times where we kick our heel down like an axe kick, but we use our arms to keep it in position. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Kick down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Relax. And again, breathe into this extended position. Try to use your arms to pull maybe 1 more inch, 1 more centimeter, 1 more millimeter out of your stretching leg. And we're going to do the same thing, that kick down one last time here. Keep your knee straight. Kick your heel down in 3, 2, 1. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, out up, yo, relax. And now pull your foot into its maximum stretch here for the day. Breathe. And once you get here, try to stay here. We're going to hold this just for 30 seconds right now. Try to keep your foot in that same position and relax. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, 열일곱, 열여덟, 열아홉, 스물, 스물하나, 스물둘, 스물셋, 스물넷, 스물다섯, 스물여섯, 스물일곱, 스물여덟, 스물아홉, sudden. And then you can bring your leg back down. You can sit up and shake a little life back into that leg. And so even though this is a nice way to stretch laying down, it may be a little bit painful, it may be a little bit challenging. We're going to switch foot and go to the other side. So again, my supporting foot straight and against my wall. My strap is around my stretching foot here. As I lay back, feel free to adjust, so to make sure that you have that connection. As I kick my heel down, I want to make sure that my bottom foot doesn't come up. So that's why I'm keeping my foot connected to the wall here. Again, you can wrap your strap as much as you want, lay back, and then use your arms to pull into your starting stretch. So take a note, where did you start here? And we're going to try to increase that. Breathe for a moment here. And now same exercise, we're doing kind of our axe kick, our heel coming downward. Don't let your foot move. Ready in 3, 2, 1. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And then just breathe for a moment. Take a second, again, to feel your muscle kind of relax out of that flexion, out of that activation. And then pull until you hear a little bit more sound from your hamstring. Second set, same thing. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Kick down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Breathe. Take a second. And then pull the foot 1 inch higher. Good. We're going to do it one last time. Kicking the heel down and trying to get a little bit taller. Ready in 3, 2, 1. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And then relax. Pull the foot as high as you can get it. Very nice. So you should be a little bit higher than your starting position where we first started at here, just using that kind of activation and relaxation exercise. Hold this position 30 seconds. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, 열일곱, 열여덟, 열아홉, 스물, 스물하나, 스물둘, 스물셋, 스물넷, 스물다섯, 스물여섯, 스물일곱, 스물여덟, 스물아홉. Sudden and relax it back down. Woo! And again, you can shake your legs out here a little bit. You can do some hip swivels to one side or the other. Right now, we just did one set of that exercise, one on each leg. But on your own, try to challenge yourself. Maybe you do 2 or 3 sets. Maybe you hold that top position a little bit longer. Instead of 30 seconds, you hold that extended position for a minute or 2 minutes. And as you do this exercise more, you'll feel more comfortable with it. And if you do it regularly enough, you should definitely be able to get more and more extension out of your leg as you move through it. And that is our basic hamstring stretching routine. These are certainly not the only exercises that you can do to increase your hamstring flexibility. And whatever kind of stretching workout you do, try to make sure that you're consistent with it. So set up a schedule where you try to do it at least twice a week, 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week. And over the weeks and months, you'll really start to see improvement. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check us out at allrisema.com and hit like and subscribe below. I'm Master Richard, and have a great day.